What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Look what we got on the table. We got a brand new car to the channel. This I have really wanted to get my hands on. Massive thanks to Lee from Custom RC Upgrades. I've actually gone and bought, guys, his own Shelf Queen. Now this car I purchased from him, and he's actually chucked in some goodies for it. I'm going to show you when I unbox the car as well, guys. This is a brand new car that's never been used and sat on a shelf. It actually comes with a few extras, and I'm going to show you as well. So massive thanks to Lee from Custom RC Upgrades. This video is sponsored by him, guys. Like I say, I did pay for the car with my own money, but he has actually been kind enough to send over a few bits. I will put a link in description to the parts we're going to be adding to the car as well. But guys, check it out. I'm so excited about this. I'm really excited. Guys, as you know, I'm a massive fan of the Arrma range. I've done loads of videos on the channel. We've had the Typhon, we've had the Big Rock, we've had various iterations of the Big Rock. So I think really, rather than bump my guns, I'm going to put the head cam on. I'm going to dive into the box. I'll go through the unboxing. I'll give you my first impressions. You're going to see loads more of this car on the channel. I'm excited. Let's go. Arrma Outcast 4S version 2 as well, by the way. As I said, purchased this with my own cash. This isn't any sort of sponsored video, apart from the fact we have got some goodies from Custom RC Upgrades to go onto the truck, and I'll show you those in a second. But yeah, proper excited about this one. 4S truck. Apparently this is 17% bigger than the previous version of the 4S. So let's just quickly go over. As you can see, it's like basically what it's saying is there's a new ESC in there. We got 120 amp ESC. Motor heatsink, centre support brace, vented multi-train, D-boot backflips. They're the LPs actually. A load of people actually rate these a lot. Double wishbone suspension, metal gear differential, so that's quite a big thing. As you know, I fitted one of those to the Big Rock, made hell of a difference. Oil-filled shocks, and they are metal shocks on here as well, guys. So that's a good thing. As you can see, there's some of the other bits and bobs you can get for it. It's got the SR315. Now the good thing is about these, I've been told with the receiver, is they're actually, you can, any of your Spectrum handsets like the DX5 and various other different ones will actually pair up with this, no problem at all. Very round, waterproof metal gears, 4S capable, brushless, and 2-year warranty. Now the 2-year warranty I don't think will apply to me because obviously I've bought this second hand. I say second hand, guys, I promise you in a moment you'll soon understand what I mean by this. Right, okay, so just taking the box off, as you can see, guys. Now we have got two bodies. Yeah, buddy. So check this out. I love the look of this. I'll put it towards the light a bit better. It's got this lovely, it's like a, it reminds me actually of the Ford Blue that we seem to have on a lot of the performance Fords here in the UK. It's good. I love the design. Quite tough feeling as well. Really nice. Love the wood panelling on the side. It's got that kind of retro it reminds me a little bit of Ken Block's Hoonicorn kind of shape, that sort of thing. Hoonitruck, sorry, I should say. Something to notice on the body as well. As you can see, they've got obviously this roll bar, but they have put these metal screws in there. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, guys. Metal screws for obviously if the car ends up upside down, instead of going against the body, hopefully this will take the brunt of it. Typical Arrma clips, which I really like. I fit these on all my cars. Don't just bash, blast. Awesome. Really like the look of that. As you can see, guys, this is a big truck. Now, Lee has kindly sent over, guys, the bash bar for it. So we got some stickers in there as well. So that obviously they'll be going on the car with the screws, and also the diff cups. Now, quite a big upgrade, these guys. I will recommend you actually doing these. I've got 2 more over there, and basically to fit onto the car, so a set of 4. So I'll show you that in a moment. We are going to be fitting those onto the car. Instructions, let's have a look what we got. Instructions. So quite important, guys. No, obviously the last video I was mentioning to you, actually in here it'll actually give you all your ESC settings. Look, so there you go. Punch, what the car comes as standard, and how to actually do this in various different languages. Let's have a look. There you go. There's obviously all your settings for ESC and how to actually set it all up. So keep these, it does come in handy. You also got some spare shock spacers. We have got a 70mm Allen tool, sorry, not Allen tool, hex tool, and your typical Arrma wrench made out of metal, so that's nice. Let's take this off. I've been so excited for this truck, unbelievable. Let's see what's in the box, shall we? Now, it comes with the SLT3. As you know, I've been running this controller for a while. I really like the way these feel. They're very comfy to use. Obviously you've got your 50, 70 and 100% throttle limiter. So basically what that does is if you've got someone who's using the car and you want to limit the throttle, you know, obviously let them to have a go with 50, 75 and 100. And what I would recommend you doing, guys, alright, something like this, if you want to get used to your vehicle, possibly you go on 50, get used to our fields, 75 and then 100 and go for it. So yeah, like these, I have done for a long time. The other thing to mention, you got your steering rate, throttle rate, your dual rate then for your trim, sorry, and then on the back here you've got your steering reverse, throttle reverse, and your channel 3 is for obviously setting up your steering in via calibration, as I mentioned. And guys, we have got the truck. So let's just look at the size of this thing. It's absolutely amazing. I've been waiting for this. I purchased this last week, and I was waiting for Lee because he's a busy man. And that's the bronze body, guys. Check this out. It's like a goldy bronze. As you can see, you've got the shocks that are fitted to the big rock, and they were Outcast 4S shocks as well, guys. Wheel bar on the back. They do have this new system for the drive shafts and everything as well, so that's nice. Awesome, guys, absolutely awesome. It's lovely. So a few things to mention here, guys. They've made the overall platform of this car 17% bigger. Now what that'll actually do is give you a little bit more stability, and basically the car will handle a bit better. So it looks like Arrma's listened to a previous complaint. Let's take the body off. As you can see, now all these electrics, guys, if you've been watching my Big Rock video, you'll know I do rate these a lot. So there's a 2400 kV 3668 motor. Obviously you've got your heatsink and your fan. 120 amp Spectrum ESC. Takes up the 4S. You can either run it in a single pack or in 2S light bulbs. You could run this in, if you wanted to as well, 3S pack. So let's just have a look at the vehicle, shall we? These backflip tyres are proper chunky. Good thing to mention as well, from what I can gather, is they've now moved to 70mm hex instead of, on the previous car, there was a funny type of screw. Big, nice. The plastics are lovely on there. They've also made the shock tower, so the suspension basically lays down a bit better. Look at the travel, guys. Look at the travel in suspension. Absolutely lovely. Spectrum 652 servo. One thing to mention as well, They have moved to, in this vehicle as well, a 6mm motor plate, as I mentioned in previous videos. So this is actually an upgrade. I know obviously on the previous 3S cars, 4S cars, they were actually using a 4mm motor mount. And if you're familiar with Arrma, guys, obviously with the 3S range, the bottom of it does look very much like, say, like the Big Rock or something like that. In fact, I think it is pretty much the same size. I'll have to check that. They've upgraded the suspension arms, as you can see. They're nice now. Obviously, look at the rigidity in those. So they should hold up pretty nice. Shocks feel really, really plush as well. The movement in the suspension is absolutely lovely. Now, one thing to mention, guys, there's a few people mentioning, and you probably will see this online in a lot of places, is they mention about the actual chassis not being that tough. Now, this is where obviously the bash bar comes in. I'm going to fit a bash bar straight off, and fingers crossed then I should be able to get away with not breaking a chassis. So that obviously that's going to be nice. The other thing to mention, guys, I don't know if you can see this, in there guys, you've actually got sway bars front and rear as well, so that'll actually help with the car. Now, I've also seen Pete Wiley mention that he's taking the sway bar off to help the car corner a little bit. I'm going to run it with the sway bar on, but what I am going to do is possibly upgrade the servo saver for this, because one of the main faults guys previously running the vehicle is saying the servo saver for this car is a little bit weak. I'm going to run it first, just see how I feel. Chances are I'm going to do that upgrade straight away anyway. Obviously you've got the chassis support then running across the top, made out of aluminium. You can adjust this. Now what that's actually designed to do is, if you can see, guys, see the flex? So that's designed, you can actually adjust the flex on it. So when the car is, let's say when it jumps down and does this sort of thing, this is designed to move with the vehicle. And tighten that back up again. So as you can see, if you push, it actually moves up and down this shaft. So that's nice. It does give you some flex instead of it being absolutely rock solid. What I'm going to do with this car as well, guys, is obviously I'm going to go through all the hex hardware, check it all with a 2 and a 2.5mm driver. Then obviously check on the wheels. I'm going to lock tight obviously the axle stubs and everything. I'll then check the mesh on the motor, sorry, the spur gear and the motor. Now one thing to mention is this car actually comes with a metal spur gear as standard as well. So still 0.8 mod 57 tooth, but it's actually from the factory comes with a metal spur as well. So that's nice. What else can we show you? What else can we show you? Guys, it's just a big old truck this, isn't it? As you can see. Absolutely gorgeous looking piece of kit. So you've got obviously your wheelie bar. I might adjust that down a little bit. It is adjustable from what I can gather. Is that adjustable? No, actually it's not. So the idea is that it sits up on the back wheels and then the wheelie bar will stop you from flipping over. That's all dependent on your throttle control as well, mind. I'm trying to think what else really. You know, what else actually can I see here? What you're looking at, guys, is basically an upgraded version of pre-existing platforms. Now, the reason why I got the Outcast was pure and simply because the Big Rock is very, very stable. It handles well, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. It will pop wheelies on demand, but if it actually, you can get the car to dip in and corner and stuff like that. But as you know, lately I've been concentrating on actually doing some jumps with the vehicle, and I was thinking, right, okay, well, do I go for a Creighton or do I go for an Outcast? And this came out tops. As I did my research, I had a look online. I know a few guys who are actually running these, and these are very, very good stunt trucks. Let's go back over the body. So this is obviously the bronzy gold colour. Now, if any of the information I'm giving you today, guys, is incorrect, do excuse me. Obviously, I'm still learning this vehicle in particular. But, guys, mention it in the comments to help some of the other people, obviously, with their purchases. Oh, there you go. Well, that's actually perished. Never mind. So, as you can see, little O-ring. But I've got to spare one of those. That's fine. That comes off a drive shaft, but there. Good thing is about these, they're all modular. The motor mount and the spur gear and everything all comes out in one go with the motor and everything. I'm just majorly chuffed to have one of these. Gotta say, these wheels feel absolutely amazing. I keep reverting back to them. As you can see, they've got a really nice feel to them. Guys, what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to come back up top. I think what I'll probably do in a second is flip the car over. We'll fit the bash bar, and we'll obviously look into fitting the drive cup straight away as the same part. Something I want to do, obviously, before I run the car, and we'll go from there. See you in a sec. Guys, so I've just been to get some tools. What I'm going to do in a second is I'll put you on a quick time lapse and basically just fit the bash bar as you mentioned. Easy thing to do. Guys, as you can see, is screw there. You got your motor mount screw and 2 screws at the back here, so very easy to fit, and that will then sit on top of there like so. Nice and easy, very easy, and an essential upgrade for a car like this. Right, pause the video, quick time lapse, and we'll go from there. There you go, guys, check it out. Custom RC upgrades, bash bar fitted. Look at the quality of it. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, Lee, for obviously sending this over. Cheers, buddy. Guys, I'm going to 100% recommend something like this. It was going to save you the world of hassle when it comes to your Arrma chassis. Just get one fitted. Simple pimple. It's not rocket science, but it's definitely worth doing. Right, okay, what do you think, guys? Oh, while I'm here, actually, what I might do, no, I'll save that for another video. We'll fit the drive cups on the next video. What I'm going to do on the next video is go through the car bit by bit, checking all the screws, all the bolts, all the nuts, make sure everything's all Loctite, all the mesh is set correctly, all the shocks are topped up, guys. So a little video on what to do before running your car for the first time. Let's dive back up and we'll go from there. I wanted to show you quickly, okay, I've put this part of the video in just to show you how companies change designs quickly. So it looks like, obviously, this is definitely a V2. Alright, you've got all the upgraded parts, the suspension, the taller towers, all the other bits and bobs, better electronics, battery straps, but you know, the extra holder there for the battery and everything else. But look at the drive shafts, okay? So the drive shafts there are very much like the Big Rock design. Now, the version 2 is meant to come with a different style of drive shaft altogether. So these cups actually fit to the differential. When I purchased the car, obviously I mentioned to Lee, is it the V2? And he said, yeah, he pretty was sure it was. But it looks like this is basically one of the first ones to come out of the factory. And so what they must have fitted previously, and it's no fault of Lee in any shape or form, this is just Arrma themselves have actually fitted different drive shafts to obviously later on production models. So these cups are meant to fit onto the actual end of the differential, and then you've got essentially a stronger drive shaft in the middle and then the same design on the end. So obviously those cups, I went to fit them when the bash bar was being fitted, and I was like, well, okay, I'm not sure where these go, but yeah, I've obviously checked through the car. It is definitely a version 2, but yeah, strange that Arrma actually fitted these to start off with. To be honest with you, I've been talking to Pete Wiley on Facebook and having a chat with him, and he actually says that he prefers this kind of 3S style drive shaft anyway. According to him, that the drive shafts that come with the version 2 are a bit of a pain in the backside to get off. So I'm okay with that for the moment. I'm going to run the truck, see how these get on. I might end up upgrading these to the version, the newer version of the version 2 drive shafts, or I might just leave them as they are. So it was just something I wanted to point out. But as you can see, I've got these custom RC upgrades parts, so I will be fitting them in later on in a video. But it looks like, yeah, I have got these composite shafts. I actually run these anyway on the big rock with the 4S power system anyway, so it's no particular issue. I've only had one really decide to pass away and go to the great RC gods, but yeah, something to show you. That guys, what do you reckon? I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with it. As you can see, already fitted the bash bar from the video, so we got that sorted, so that's going to be a good thing. Obviously that chassis is going to be a bit more protected now. Extra body, so I got a choice of bodies, that's nice as well, and I think I've just done well here. You know, at the end of the day, massive thanks to Lee from Custom RC Upgrades for hooking me this up. I really wanted one of these. So next video guys, what we're going to do is basically run through the car. We're obviously going to check over the screws, the bolts, we're going to check the mesh on the motor, check the shock so there's enough shock fluid in there, and basically just set the car up ready for its first run. But guys, I hope you like this video. Massive thanks to each and every one of you for watching all the videos as well. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you check the box for more videos, and until next time guys, stay awesome.